I'm Mecha Random 42. You might also know me as Random Game User 42, and I have some more Star Trek news that dropped today. Apparently, Rosario Dawson wants to play a Klingon in the new Jean-Luc Picard series. Let's take a look at the article here. This is also, again, from comicbook.com, from Jamie Lovett. Star Trek, Rosario Dawson wants to play a Klingon in a new Picard series. That's what I just said. Thanks. Patrick Stewart is back as Jean-Luc Picard in the new Star Trek series on CBS All Access, yuck, and Rosario Dawson, star of Marvel's Netflix shows, wants in. Dawson was a guest at the Tribeca TV Festival where she expressed her love of Star Trek and excitement over Stewart's return as Picard. I grew up loving Star Trek, and I'm still waiting for my holodeck, Dawson said, via Inverse. My favorite is Next Generation because of Jean-Luc Picard. If they need a Klingon for the new series, well, have you seen my five-head? Dawson is a political activist who campaigned for Democratic Socialist Bernie Sanders in 2016. She explained that part of what she finds appealing about Star Trek is its post-scarcity setting. Post-scarcity? I love Star Trek because I've always marveled at the idea of a world without capitalism, she said. Could Dawson have her chance at joining the Star Trek universe? Is it possible that Picard will be looking for a new crew since the rest of the Next Generation crew is not returning for the new show? All we have to say, I'm speaking for the three of us now, when Patrick said Jean-Luc Picard is back, he didn't say TNG is back. Former Next Generation star Maria Sirtis said at a convention, "We weren't asked." The new series is expected to take place 20 years after the last time Picard and the Enterprise crew were seen in action during the events of the 2002 film Star Trek Nemesis. He may not be the captain anymore, Stewart hinted when he announced Picard's return at Star Trek Las Vegas. He may not be the Jean-Luc you recognize and know so well. It may be a very different individual, someone who's been changed by his experiences. 20 years will have passed. We have no scripts yet, as we're just talking storylines. It will be, I promise you, I guarantee it, something very, very different. But it will come to you with the same passion and determination and love of the material and love of all of our followers and fans, exactly as we had before. Would you like to see Rosario Dawson as a Klingon? All right, so... And let me click this link here so we have some visuals. I didn't want to use this article because it pops up a lot of crap on me, but this is Rosario Dawson, and this is the actual interview that she gave. This is their source. She would be a brilliant, wonderful, lovely, beautiful Klingon. I think she would be amazing, as long as it's not in the Picard, or I should say the Discovery universe, which I'm imagining Picard to be in. So I mean, she's absolutely legit. She's never been shy about her love of all things Star Trek. She even speaks a little Klingon. But at a recent event, she took it a step further, angling for a role in the upcoming Next Generation series. Well, it's not a Next Generation series, set to feature Patrick Stewart reprising his role as Captain Jean-Luc. So I grew up loving Trek, and I'm still waiting for my holodeck. We've already read that part. Yeah, and she would be a brilliant Klingon. And she's talking about Next Generation Klingons. That's why she's talking about her forehead, aka five-head. She's beautiful. She would be wonderful. Klingons tend to be very, very much brown, beautiful, very I don't want to say hardy. She's very strong. She's got a lot of strength behind her. I've seen her kick ass in other things, and that's very much a compliment to her presence. And she would be brilliant as a Next Generation Klingon. Absolutely. We don't have Next Generation Klingons though. They pile on so much makeup on these poor actors. I mean, this is not a Klingon. This is Takuvma. He looks like a giant Tootsie Roll that was kind of sculpted into a face. You know, he looks like a lump of modeling chocolate. He doesn't look like a Klingon. And it would be criminal almost to put that much makeup on Rosario Dawson and not allow her to emote, not allow her to act. I don't think she quite knows what she's in for. I think she's, like a lot of people, heard, oh, Patrick Stewart's back. Awesome. I want to be on the show. And that's great. I would love for her to be playing a Klingon that looks like a Klingon. But, and here's where they start popping stuff up. So here we go. I would love for her to look like a Klingon that looks like a Klingon. The problem with Discovery Klingons, they don't look like Klingons. They look like these giant space orcs with so much makeup on their face. And there's actually an adjacent article, if I can pull it up super quick. If I can't, I will just tell you what it said. But it was basically Michael Dorn explaining about the Klingons. And yeah, okay, here we go. He's happy to not have had to work with the Discovery Klingon makeup. So let me go right into that. There's kind of a twofer article on this episode, on this video. So here we go. This is from a few days ago. As Michael Dorn talks Star Trek's new Klingons, Marina Sirtis explains why she doesn't watch Discovery. All right, so there's a few things tagged on here. Earlier this week, we reported on some comments about the Jean-Luc Picard series made at Rose City Comic Con. The Next Generation actors Michael Dorn, Marina Sirtis, and Gates McFadden, the trio, talked about the current state of Star Trek, weighing in on some thoughts about Discovery as well. So here we see on the left, we have Michael Dorn as Mr. Worf, and he just has bare minimum amount of makeup. He's got a little bit around the eyes here. He's got the extra forehead. He's got the nose ridges. You know, he doesn't even have anything on his lips. He's not covered, right? He's got the hair, and of course, I'm pretty sure the beard is real-ish. I can't remember, actually. It's been so long since I've seen behind-the-scenes stuff for Next Generation, if his beard was there or not. But the point is, you can see his face. You can see him emote. You can see his mouth. You can see his lips move. You can see his eyes express. This is Laurel, played by Mary Chieffo on the right. This poor actress is in makeup for God knows how many hours, wearing so much shit that you can't even emote through it. Like, they have, I've done many, many videos on these Klingons and their makeup, these new Discovery Klingons, the Klingorks, how you can't even tell anything. You can't hear them speak. You can't do any of that. Oh, so here we are. Dorn is happy he didn't have to act with the Discovery Klingon makeup. No single actor is more associated with Star Trek's Klingons than Michael Dorn. He appeared as Worf, the first Klingon in Starfleet, in 7 seasons of TNG, 4 seasons of Deep Space Nine, and 4 feature films. He even played an ancestor of Worf in Star Trek 6. God, I can't do no Roman numerals today. It's fair to say he's clocked more hours in the makeup chair being transformed into a Klingon than any other person, so it's not surprised that when Dorn was asked what he thought of the Klingons' look in Star Trek Discovery, he had some things to say. Alright, so it was a fake beard. But yeah, he's, you know, you can still see him. It still looks like Michael Dorn underneath that. It's just a forehead and a headpiece. Dorn started out diplomatically, providing some context how Klingons have changed before. In a general sense, every iteration of Star Trek outside the Next Generation and Deep Space Nine and all those Klingons, the producers were trying to make it their own and put a stamp on the Klingons. So they decided, we're going to do something different than everybody else. And I think this is what they came up with for Discovery. There is no rhyme or reason to it. Preach, brother, yes. Or any of this stuff. So I think it is just a matter that they want to put a stamp. Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's a nice way of putting that your makeup sucks on Discovery. The actor then talked specifically about how he did not envy Laurel actress Mary Chieffo and all the time she had to spend being transformed into a Klingon for Discovery. I'm actually really glad that I'm not in the makeup, because if you go online and look up the YouTube of Mary Chieffo, just a sweetheart, but what they do to that poor girl is mind-boggling. There are 3 makeup artists working the whole time on her. I mean, it's okay, it's just another iteration. This prompted an exchange with Gates McFadden, where Dorn noted how the complex makeup could be limiting the actor's performance. Yes, this is what I've been saying for months and months. They cannot emote through this. They can't act through this. Just look at my episode 9 and 10 reviews for Discovery. I flat out specifically say these actors can't even see through the makeup. They're caked on so heavily. It's an incredible look, and she's able to do incredible things when she's wearing it. It's different, though. Michael Dorn says that is the problem. There is nothing of her at all. Nothing. Just her eyeballs. That's it. Yeah, she's a beautiful actress. She's a talented actress. She does a great job. She's one of the better people on the show. But yeah, so that's... If back to the original point here. Rosario Dawson is a brilliant, amazing, beautiful, strong actor. She's got the toughness behind her. She could very easily play an amazing Klingon. I don't want to see her in the Discovery era makeup. And the sad thing is that they are trying to slowly retcon these things. If they bring in Klingons into the Picard series, what are they going to do with the makeup? Are they going to give us makeup like Mr. Worf had? Or are they going to give us these horrendously, you know, these these modeling chocolate Klingon rubber masks that they can't even act through? Oh boy, what do you guys think? Would you want to see Rosario Dawson no matter what? Would you want to see her only in the original makeup from like TNG? And I know it's not the original makeup, but it's the original makeup true to Picard's timeline. And of course, we all know that there is the augment virus explanation why some Klingons had flat heads, why some Klingons had ridges. We know that the in-canon explanation. And these Discovery Klingons don't have an in-canon explanation as of yet. As of the time I'm recording this video, they just don't. So, what do you guys think? Do we want to see her no matter what? Do we only want to see her in the Next Generation era makeup? Do we want to see her in TOS makeup? I think she would be amazing in TOS or TNG makeup. I would not wish her the hours and hours in the makeup chair if they're going to just cover her face to where it could be anybody. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I am MechaRandom42. I have Patreon, I have Twitter, and, yeah, tell me what you think, and I will see you guys on the next video or live stream. Bye!